Good morning, guys. Today you will need to, you'll notice I've added a little bit more into our weekly slides. So what you need to do is finish this Pear Deck all the way to the end. Remember that some of the Pear Deck asks you to answer questions on the Pear Deck. Some of it, excuse me, some of it asks you to the questions are making you annotate in your textbook, such as like the vocabulary, because if you notice this time the vocabulary wasn't given to you, as well as paragraph 4 and 5. So please don't forget to annotate in your book. Once you finish the entire Pear Deck all the way to the end, remember the last slide asks you to highlight. You're not able to actually highlight. So what you need to do is on the last slide of the Pear Deck, pick two of those strategies listed. Not all of them are good choices. So pick two of those strategies listed and write them, like annotate them in your book for what strategies you think Helen Keller used to overcome her obstacle of trying to learn new words. All right, once you finish the Pear Deck, then you can go ahead and complete this author's purpose and tone assignment. Remember, we've been thinking about why does an author write something? Like, what is their purpose of like starting this? Why, if we get inside of an author's head, why do they want to write something? And so for this assignment, you're actually looking at not the whole piece, but you're looking at, different pieces of text evidence within this Helen Keller piece. So authors have different purposes. There's persuading us to either think differently or persuading us to maybe take action, right? Informing, this would be your nonfiction text, such as this. Or entertaining. Sometimes humor is used, sometimes entertainment is used just through internal dialogue. It doesn't have to be funny. This story wasn't funny, right? And so, for example, an author might try to persuade their audience about the importance of hard work, try to persuade their thinking. An author might inform the audience about important events in their lives. The author might also entertain their audience with an amusing story. Okay. Now, purpose is different than tone. Tone is an author's attitude towards a subject. So, the tone in the Amy Mullins story, the woman who has prosthetic legs, she has a very sarcastic tone, but also a very positive tone to her text that we've read because she wanted us to feel comfortable, right? But there's other types of tones: positive, relaxed, a scared tone, an embarrassed tone, formal or very like kind of serious, and impartial, meaning there really isn't a positive or a negative tone. So what you're going to do, there's 4 questions in this assignment. You're going to read the pieces of text evidence on this side and decide, do you think, I know this is all from the same story, but do you think there can be different what I'm trying to tell you is there can be different purposes within a story. So Helen Keller's story doesn't just have to be informational, okay? So I want you to read these 3 pieces of text evidence and decide, is it just informational or is it something else? Could it be entertaining and why? Or could it be persuading? What could she be persuading you to think about? It could be persuading you to understand the importance of a strategy, right? So go ahead and label the purpose, persuade, inform, or entertain for each of these. And of course, some of them can be the same. And then just give a short sentence of why you thought that. Lastly, by yourself, you're going to answer, in the whole story, how does Helen Keller express her purpose and point of view? So what do you think her overall purpose of this is? The whole story, to persuade, entertain, or to inform. Once you finish that, you're going to submit it. Excuse me, I'm kind of sniffling today. And then you're going to go back and complete the CSA for the Helen Keller story. Please use your annotations and your textbook to help you do this. They're not trick questions, but if you don't use your textbook, I'm afraid we're not going to do our very best. So I will see you tomorrow and you should have the CSA completed. We'll go from there. Bye, guys.